Hey everybody, welcome to week 3 of the course here. So you're getting to the halfway point here. Um, Most of you in both courses, I'm going to do this first part here for both courses. So when you reply, you can just reply in one, and I'll see that you've seen it. So, but anyway, got the scenery up here. But I got a different topic this week than some of the others about follow through, because I teach different courses and I see different things in different with students in different courses. And one of the common things I see is a lack of follow through sometimes. Um, you know, all of us have, obstacles and things that, cause us to fall behind. But one of the things is, I stress about is believing in yourself that you can do things. If you're not following through, that can relate to, lack of self-confidence or different things. Now, this may or may not apply to you directly, but usually, if you don't believe in yourself, you're going to have problems with other people's, believing in you and trusting you. And how this relates to the follow through is not just with school, but like with a job and other commitments you might have. If you're the person that's late, you don't get the job done on time, things like that, that's a reflection on you. So, these are things to think about. Making commitments, it means staying loyal to whatever you said you were going to do, long after moods you said and left you. You may have seen this one before, but still a commitment. It's about, about just being committed. As far as, with school here, all of you, you're in this MBA program, which is a big step. It might be bigger than some of you even realize, because one, you're at the graduate level, so there's certain assumptions and expectations in the world, in the world of business or whatever you're going to get into. When you say you have an MBA, employers, because most of those employers have MBAs, and so they have an expectation of what you know. Um, so, um, and when you're cheating yourself, like when you make this commitment to do school, you made a commitment to yourself, you made a commitment to do the 10, 20 hours a week. So you've made a commitment, you've made a promise. And if you do not, you don't want to compromise your integrity, your self-respect, your self-confidence, just your word that, hey, you're going to do something. Every time you don't, you finish the week and you didn't get something turned in, I mean, you failed that week. I mean, you fell behind, you didn't commit. Well, this week's a new week, figure out what you did, how you need to fix that. Because again, this MBA is a full-time job. And if you're not approaching it that way, that's one of the reasons you might be struggling. Um, so there, just, I also use running analogies. Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. Same thing with school. There might be things that are getting in your way, but, you need to finish. Um, Stop when you're finished. You don't just stop because, I'll do it tomorrow. If you say you're going to do it, be sure you do it. So there's my little thing this week about just following through, staying committed to what you said you were going to do. And there you go. So, all right. End of the course here. Upcoming week, you got 3 more chapters. Standard costing, analysis, direct cost, budgeting, overhead cost, and responsibility accounting, operational performance measures, and the balanced scorecard. So as each week, as we go through each week here, it all builds. And while within each week you got the problems each week, which usually relate to something in the current chapters. You got the discussion. You also got your quiz. But don't forget, you got a project. All right. If you haven't looked at it yet, you need to be looking at it. It's pretty, it's a detailed project, so you need to, if you're going to try and start and do this in week 5, you're not going to get it done. And so just make sure you get in here and you've read through this, and so that if you got any questions, you're getting the questions answered, now instead of like in week 5 or something. So, just make sure you go through this, because you got several, and whatever it's going to be, 10, 15 pages there, whatever it's going to be. So make sure you get this all done. You were also supposed to already let me know, and I think most of you did, what you were going to do your project on. So, but just don't wait the last minute on this. Now, this is kind of a training, I guess you'd call it a training for your final course, that when you get into your capstone course, you have a major project that's basically writing a paper, but that paper is going to be like 25, 50 page, whatever it's going to be, depending on what you're doing. So this is kind of a similar practice run for you on that. So, all right, and with that, I'll call it quits. I'll give you my test question. Let me know what the 2-year-old's doing here. And with that, I'll let you go. And please, get in touch with me. Most of you've been you've been in touch, so no problems there. But if you're running into problems or something, let me know. We can get you working through it and try and figure it out. So, all right. What was the other thing? Oh, there was one other thing. I'm assuming everybody, real quick, because someone had a problem with this, so I just want to make sure these Excel sheets, when you open up one of these Excel sheets, the very first, and I think I sent you a little short video on this, about this, but make sure the very first thing you do is enable editing. You have to enable the editing so that you can fill in these blocks. If you're going out here or down here, and you try to fill in something, it's going to tell you you can't do it. And the reason is because it's a template. So the only places you can fill in anything is with the places where you got spaces to fill in stuff. So, and also just, remember, if you type in the wrong answer, the asterisk will not go away. So, but anyway, so there you go. Other than that, I'll let you go. Have a great week and get in touch if you need anything. Take care.